Hello everybody. Hi. Right, so I'm going today to talk to you about 4 different sources of water, and I've been practicing really hard. And by the way, before I start, this is the world exclusive of the Craggins water bar, and this is the beginning of my collection. But that's not the point. The point is to discuss 4 sources of water. Number 1, Fiji. Artesian well. The source of Fiji water is on an island called Vitu Levu in the valley of Yekara. That's right. Now, Fiji Islands were formed about 150 million years ago. So basically they're made up of volcanic rock. And there's quite a few interesting things I've learned about volcanic rock. 8% of the current landmass on Earth is made up of volcanic rock, and I thought that was really quite interesting. The water is only available in plastic because there is no glass factory in Fiji. And the really funny thing is that Fiji is 1,600 miles away from the nearest industrialized country. And just to give you an idea how far away that is, that's probably from here to the moon, roughly. Well, not exactly, but roughly. It's a long way. And that's why Fiji has a nitrate level of 1, I imagine, because it's a pretty clean, pristine part of the world with very little pollution. The only thing I did find quite interesting about it as well was I couldn't work out if the aquifer that Fiji talk about is pumped or whether it's pressurized. And I tried to get to the bottom of it, but I couldn't actually find the answer to that. So I'm assuming that it is an artesian well because they say so on the label, and you guys will be able to confirm that. And that's Fiji water. So that's artesian well. An artesian well is a pressurized underground aquifer as opposed to a pumped underground aquifer, which we'll come to that in a minute. The next one, Harrogate water. Harrogate water comes from about 50 miles away from here in Yorkshire. Harrogate is a beautiful, really beautiful town, really posh, very expensive, very exclusive. And there are 88 different mineral spas in Harrogate, which is quite a lot. So the source of the water itself is below Harrogate, and it's in Pinewoods, moorland, and it's a protected little reserve. So again, it kind of explains why Harrogate has a nitrate level of 1. Interestingly, it takes 1,000 years for the water to filter through the rocks, which I thought was quite a good, a nice round number, isn't it really? 1,000, you can't argue with that. And the first bottle was in 1740. That's when they first started bottling this water. Now, the Queen Elizabeth I physician used to recommend this water and used to buy it for her for its medicinal purposes. So that's Harrogate. Now, the next water I'm going to talk to you about, Harrogate is a spring water. Spring water, so water travels through the rocks, collects the minerals, and then is discharged naturally into a spring. The third water source I'm going to talk to you about is glacier water, but unbelievably, it hasn't arrived. So I can't hold or show you the bottle because I don't have it. But basically, it's Loredana glacier water from Italy, and it comes from the Monte Rosso Glacier, which is 4,600 meters high. Yep, I know, incredible, that is high. The water was discovered by accident by a guy called Teresa Rossello. And he was going for a walk one day, and he saw this beautiful water, and he thought, I know what I'll do, I'll drink that, and he did. So he drank it, and he thought, wow, I feel rejuvenated. So he took a sample, took it to a lab, got it tested, and the amazing thing about Loredana glacier water is that it has a TDS of 14, which is like nothing. Quite amazing. So I'm really looking forward to trying that water. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. The plant is 850 meters above sea level, and they started bottling activity there in 1965. And the name Loredana is chosen in honour of the Black Madonna from Loreto. Now, I'm not familiar with her work, but I'm sure she was really good at what she did. So that's glacier water. So far we've done artesian, we've done spring, we've done glacial, and now the last one. This one's a bit easy for me because this water I discovered by accident. Now it turns out that all the local people in the area knew how good the water was, but because I wasn't born in the area, I didn't know. So when I bought the pub, it was a surprise to me, but not a surprise to anybody else. Now, the local geology that we have here in the Peak District National Park, which is where we are, which is obviously a protected, beautiful area, but basically the local geology is Nemerian Millstone Grit. Did I sound like I know what I'm talking about? And Pennine Lower Coal Measure rocks. And the rocks consist of a coarse grain of sandstones. Yep, you were going to say that. So was I. Interbedded with mudstones. And that's what makes Crag Spring water the water that it is. Why is Crag different? Crag is different. Well, it's different because it's mine. But mainly it's different because we have a mission statement with our business. And it's something that I feel really, really passionate about. So when I bought this building, I was going through a really bad time, just getting divorced, and it was really horrific, and I was probably at the lowest point I've ever been in my life, and that was pretty low. And then 6 months into it, I discovered, by accident, this incredible water source, and I thought, right, I need to make sure that if this is true, this is before it was tested and verified, so I didn't know for sure. But I thought that if it was true, I will make sure that we do everything we can as a business to make sure that Mother Nature is put number one in every commercial decision that we make. And that is now the driving factor behind this business. And that then led to social environmental responsibility. So I would work with disabled people with a residential care home 5 miles away. And we give people who need an opportunity to earn money and work, which is brilliant for us and brilliant for them. So that's it. They're the 4 water sources. I don't know if I've completely cocked this up. I don't know if it's not what you wanted or if it is what you wanted, but it's my first take and I hope it was all right. So I do hope you like my water bar. Very proud of it. The collection is growing and there will be more to come. That's it. See you soon. Take care. It didn't stop. Right, it's supposed